Good morning, beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. And if you are new here, welcome. My name is Shelby. Today I'm going to be sharing my 5 beginner tips to those who want to start weightlifting. Now there are a few ways that I could have gone about this, and I just decided to go with the things that I found very helpful that I learned along the way. But these are just some things that made my transition into weightlifting a little bit smoother or a little less complicated. You do not necessarily need all of these things that I'm going to talk about or need to do all of these things. Some of them I think are very helpful, and other things might just be your personality and what you decide you want to do, or sometimes it's financial reasons. Take them as ideas and encouragement for you as you start your weightlifting journey. To kick things off in no particular order, tip number 1 is having the correct clothing and gear for the training that you are going to be doing. Now I'm hoping this one's a little bit self-explanatory, but we all know that leggings are not made equally. So when you're going to the gym and you're going to be doing a lifting routine, specifically if you're going to be doing anything that involves squats, you're gonna want some leggings that are not gonna show all the goods all the time. So that's why I recommend getting yourself some squat-proof leggings or things of that nature that are going to allow you on your leg days when you're getting down low in those squats to not be worrying about if you're going to have panties showing or your butt crack, because not everyone wears underwear. And that's like a sneaky little tip within this tip. Don't wear underwear when you go to the gym. Just wear your leggings. Then you don't even have to worry about panty lines. But for those of you who are not quite ready for that level yet, getting a pair of leggings that are going to allow you to get your workout done without any self-consciousness is very key. These are the leggings that I personally use. They are the Gymshark Flex leggings. And I think they do a really great job. They are squat proof, they have really good compression, so they hold all your bits together. There's not a lot of wiggling, but everything is very tight and tucked, and it just makes your butt look super good. Not that we all necessarily want people to be looking at us when we're at the gym, but you want to feel good yourself. So these are my first pair of getting legit lifting leggings, and I really like them, and I think for a first purchase they are a great buy. You're going to want upper clothing for your arms and your chest that are going to be comfortable as well. For example, here in Chicagoland, in the summertime it gets really hot, so when I go to the gym I like to wear a tank top or a crop top because I'm sweating up a storm. But now that it's getting colder and in the wintertime, I'm kind of layering up a little bit. So you're at least going to want a variety. You just want a couple good staples for your outfits when you go to the gym. If you're the type who likes to buy a lot of things and have a lot of outfits, by all means go for it. But if you don't have the financial ability to do that, or you're just a little more minimal, just get those things that you know you'll need and go from there. But make sure that they are quality for the gym and for sweating and for lifting, and you're not gonna have tears and splitting seams. The next part of gear that I think is actually very important that I wouldn't have really thought of before doing a lifting program, but I'm so glad my personal trainer at the time told us about it, are getting a flat pair of shoes. You can use Converse, for example. I've seen many people in the gym using Converse, but you're gonna want a shoe that is flat. So here's an example of my lifting shoe. These are the Adidas powerlifting shoes. We got them on sale for a really good deal, so that's the reason that we bought them. But as you can see, it's very flat underneath. And these shoes, because they are powerlifting shoes, are specifically made to help you with lifts like squatting. They're gonna help suck into the ground and make sure that you are firm and stable and that you're not gonna move. You can buy anything that just gives you a really flat foundation instead of something like this that's more arched. I mean, you can't see it as well because of the foam, but this is more of like a running shoe slash HIIT training shoe. Now, while I love it so much, and it's seen a lot of love, I mean, look at that, it's dirty, but you know, I use these things every single day and I love them to death, but when I work out, that's gonna be really heavy weight, this design and this arch that it has, it is not helpful. It throws me off balance, and it can actually be very dangerous when you're holding over 130 pounds of weight on your back. So that's why these shoes are better, because they are flat. They keep you like this on the ground instead of having that arch that pulls you up a little bit. Flat shoes, very important, but highly recommend. Now the next thing that's pretty self-explanatory, but I'm gonna remind you, is getting yourself a good water bottle for when you're at the gym. If you're working out, it's kind of obnoxious to have to go leave your station to go to the water fountain at the gym or wherever and get yourself a glass of water. It's just way more handy to have this with you, pop it open, take a drink, and then be on your way. And I hate having dry mouth when I'm at the gym. I do not like my throat being dry, and it makes breathing harder, so I just bring a butt ton of water so that I can just chug it and not have to worry about refilling it. And you'd think it would be easier, but sometimes, you know, we forget, so remember, water bottle. This next item is all about your preference again, but I recommend bringing headphones to the gym with you. Now, these are wireless Bluetooth headphones that I just connect to my phone. This is just what I've upgraded to recently, and it's mostly because I don't have an easy way to carry my phone while I'm working out. I don't have any pockets, so they're pretty good quality, and I don't have to worry about strings. I just put them around my ear like so. The left one controls play pause, the right one will control skipping the songs. The nice thing about having Bluetooth headphones is that Frank and I can use these at the same time. We just share. I'll take one, he takes the other, and then we can both listen to music. It's just really convenient and really helpful. And we also use these for other things, like when we went on our trip to Ireland, we just used these in flight just for entertainment. So multi-purpose, but headphones are really handy if you do not like the music that is playing at your gym. I definitely like to listen to my own music because I have a certain vibe that I like that motivates me to work out and pushes me. So you might be the same way, or you might want to listen to a podcast or listen to a YouTube video. There are so many things, an audiobook. There are so many things that you can do while you're at the gym to help distract yourself if you're having a hard time wanting to be there or feeling motivated, or if you need something to help you get in beast mode or whatever mode that you want to go in. Headphones, super helpful, super awesome. Music is life. The next two things that I'm going to recommend to wrap up this tip are totally optional, and I think that could be helpful when you want to do powerlifting or just heavy lifting in general, is going to be getting yourself a foam roller. And this foam roller is used for rolling out your muscles. When you are doing heavy lifting, especially in the beginning, but when you are pushing yourself actively and trying to overload your muscles and trying to feel that burn and damage those muscles so they can grow, this is very helpful for releasing that pain and the stress and helping your muscles recover because of how it helps with blood flow and circulation, releasing any knots that you have. Totally optional, can be super helpful though for recovering when you want to keep working out and you don't want to spend like 3 or 4 days off of the gym because your body is hurting a lot. And the last thing are knee sleeves. Now, I don't personally own knee sleeves, and I definitely need to add them to my gear because as someone who has trouble with their knees, lifting really heavy weight does take a toll on your joints. Knee sleeves can help with this. They can help protect your knees and the joints in your knees from getting a little too battered. So I'd recommend them. I plan on getting them at some point because I think they are going to be very useful for keeping my muscles warm and my joints loose and prevent them from further injury, while also giving them some support and stability at the same time. I feel like this next tip is very important because I was getting caught up here as well, and that's going to be tip number 2, and that is just starting somewhere and not focusing on having the perfect plan. No plan is perfect. Every plan is going to need to be altered and modified as you start and as you progress, but just starting somewhere is better than not starting at all and just worrying, oh, is this gonna work the right muscles, or am I not gonna look like her after I work out, or this guy's got a better chest than me, what is he doing? While those can be very helpful and that could be a good place to start, you just gotta start somewhere. Don't let it hold you back. There are plenty of articles and people and trainers online who are willing to share basic outlines for you to start with, and then as you progress and advance in your lifting, then you can add more things in and learn. Another way that you can do a routine is just picking a goal and finding exercises or programs that focus on that goal. If you're looking for fat loss, your lifting routine might be different than if you were looking for strength. The last part of this tip is the most important, I think, that you need to challenge yourself with the weight that you're using. But you also need to be aware that you're not making things too complex or too intense. Now, what I mean by this is, if you're not really sure how a machine works or how a move works, there are things you can do to modify it or other exercises you can start with as a beginner than just jumping straight into something else. So what I would recommend would be using things like dumbbells and barbells and free weights to start you towards your goal. Another example would be the hip thrust. Hip thrusts are amazing and great for building a booty. Everyone will tell you that. But as a beginner, it's kind of confusing, and if you do the form wrong, you could potentially hurt yourself. Instead of just going for an empty bar and then trying to put plates on, you could use a preloaded barbell instead. Or take away the weight altogether and just get used to doing the movement. You could do glute bridges instead to build up your strength and build up your comfortability. Because your plan doesn't have to be perfect, it just needs to be functional and it needs to work and it needs to get you started. You can always progress, but you gotta start somewhere. Segueing a little bit from the last tip into this tip number 3, and it can be really hard, especially for women. So all of my ladies out there, pushing yourself and lifting heavier than you think you can. As I've gotten older and as I've become more confident in my body and wanting to be strong, I didn't know how much I was capable of doing, and I didn't know what it was supposed to feel like when you were pushing yourself. There were a lot of times when I started my weight training journey with my personal trainer that he would give me a weight that I was like, okay, sure. Numbers didn't make sense. But when I put that weight on my back to do my squat, it was really heavy and I was actually kind of scared. I just didn't think that I could do it. And most of the time, I was able to do it. Albeit it was very hard and very challenging and it wasn't quick, I was able to complete it, and I was then able to complete a set. So my encouragement, especially to my females who are watching, is push yourself and lift heavier than you think you can, because you can lift heavier than you think you can. Lifting weights and exercise in general isn't always about looking good or just feeling good. Sometimes you gotta feel like crap because you need to see the progress and you need to push yourself, and you need to be tired and you need to be sore in order to really be getting the most out of your workouts. It really shouldn't be easy. Unless you're doing a high hypertrophy set or a deload week, you should be working with relatively challenging weights. And like my example earlier about me and doing squats, there are going to be times where you fail and you can't complete the rep or you can't complete the set. And that is not necessarily a bad thing. So sometimes you need to fail to know that you're doing things right. And a key part about this is telling yourself that you have the potential to be strong. I feel like with guys, this isn't going to be very hard to encourage yourself and to give yourself a little ego boost that you can be strong and you can lift things and you can be buff. But I feel like generally for most ladies, it's harder to know that you're strong. So you need to tell yourself, or you need to find someone that you trust to tell you that you have the potential to be very strong. So while you are pushing yourself, you need to set goals and be accountable for the goals that you've set. And that means having ways of tracking your progress. I use measurements, so measuring my body parts, and I also use photos for the physical aspects. When it comes to my program, I also track it by tracking my sets and my weight. This next tip takes a little bit or a lot of practice depending on who you are, but tip number 4 is learning to listen to your body or practice listening to your body. Now what I mean by this is, some days you're gonna feel like, I'm ready for the gym, I am pumped, I am motivated, I am inspired, let's get this. And then the next day, oh no, I am not going in today, I feel like crap, I'm bloated, I'm sore, I just do not have time for this, I'm stressed, I just wanna binge watch a Netflix show, and those two things will happen to you. But there are times where you really need to stop and listen to your body and hear what it's saying to you. There are gonna be times where you need to persist and just go bust out your workout, but then there are gonna be times where you need to hold back and allow yourself mentally and physically to have a rest before hitting it again. Extra rest days are okay if you need them. This is also gonna protect your body from harm and overexertion. If your body is very sore and then you go back in the next day when you think you probably should have taken another rest day, but your pride's a little bit hurt if you don't, you could be setting yourself back instead of propelling yourself forward. And those are things we don't want to do. We don't want to have to work harder than we need to get to where we want to go. Work smarter, not harder. My final tip for you, tip number 5, I left it till the end because I wasn't sure exactly how to phrase this the right way, but it is that if you're going to be doing a lifting program, you're most likely going to be at a gym. And if you're choosing a gym, you want to find a place that it makes you feel safe and makes you feel comfortable. You want to find a gym that can become your gym in your home. You're gonna have terrible people kind of no matter where you go, but you need to have a place, especially at the gym, that's a public space that you can feel comfortable in, because you're gonna be doing things that maybe make you feel uncomfortable or make you feel a little insecure. So you wanna have a place that you just know that I'm okay. I might feel a little insecure, but I'm not gonna not bust out this workout because of that. And things that can make a gym a really good safe place is finding a good community or a good support group from the people who work there. At the gym that I go to, it's fairly small because I'm in a northern suburb of Chicagoland, and I actually really love it. There's not a ton of people who are there, there's not a ton of equipment, but the people that are there and the community that does go to this gym are really great. The staff are very friendly. I'm able to ask them questions or get their advice about things. I don't mind going up to another personal trainer that I don't know at all and just asking, hey, I have a question, what do you think? And if this is good for you, maybe hire a personal trainer. That could be a great way for you to get introduced to a gym and get to know people and start to be a part of a community. And most importantly, it can give you a foundation for whatever kind of exercise that you're gonna be doing, like lifting. Especially if you're watching this video, it should probably be lifting. And like I said at the beginning of this tip, you want a place that makes you feel so comfortable that this is just somewhere you look forward to going to and somewhere that you just feel like you own. that's gonna wrap up all the things that I have to say in this video. If you would like more videos on kind of other kinds of tips, let me know in the comments below. But I do wanna know, what's your favorite kind of training? Obviously, I really enjoy lifting, but I also have done HIIT workouts and I really like those, and I hate cardio. I do not like cardio. I do not think my body is very good at it.
I got short little leggies.
So that stuff to me is not fun. But what's your favorite kind of workout? Let me know in the comments below. If you have any other questions, put them down there. Give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will be kind of continuing with this fitness kind of series, I guess you could call it, because I really enjoy fitness and I want to bring that to my channel, and I want to bring that to you because I want to help people and I want to inspire people, and I like it. I think it's fun, and I think it's fun to talk and share about. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good day. Bye!